So, welcome, Driver Nation, back to another driver spotlight. I have a driver here from Baltimore, Maryland. She's actually been with DeliverThat, since February of 2023. So far, she has taken over 230 deliveries, with the total food delivered cost being over $65,000 worth of food. Welcome, Latisha, here from Baltimore. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing real good this evening. I'm not liking the weather, but hey, we've been spoiled. Did you guys get some good weather last week at all in Baltimore?
You know what? I could even tell because I'm such an indoor person that it's always chilly in my house anyway. So it's 60 degrees year round for me. So, but otherwise, I
Got
mean,
you.
it's getting a lot chilly. It's like hot, cold, hot, cold. You can never tell. So right now we actually have like what's called a winter. They said a frost effect until midnight. So it's really chilly today.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. So I'm just going to get right into it here. How did you find out about DeliverThat? I know I read your story and it's very unique, so I just want everybody else to hear.
You know what? It was completely on a fluke. So, it's different from what my day-to-day job is. I was starting a courier business and, I wanted something that would work with my schedule since I work night shift. And so, I was looking around, I was going to do pharmacy deliveries, but that, they wanted to commit to a route pretty much. And I really didn't want to commit to that with my full-time job. So I I was just researching and Googling and somehow DeliverThat came up and I was just like, that'll work. Let's go with that and tried it and it's been working out really great.
Oh, that's awesome. Incredible. So, do you think you ever go back to that medical carrier field or at all since you have dipped in a little bit to the gig world?
I will. So I mean, right now I still do prescription deliveries on another platform. So I mean, I still dabble a little bit. I'm still trying to find my niche really. So, I'm open to it, but right now DeliverThat has really been working for me. So I really don't see any need to switch it up immediately.
I know that's right. That's good to see. Well, you did mention, going on to my next question, you mentioned a few, one of the gigs that you do outside of just delivering food. You mentioned medical carrier. Is there any other type of gig work that you do or in a different industry?
No, right now it's just pretty much DeliverThat, different platforms and just the prescription deliveries just right now. But other than that, no.
Okay. So just food and medical.
Yes.
Gotcha. So thinking back through all the deliveries that you completed with Deliver That, do you have one experience that's more memorable with
Ooh.
Deliver That? That oh was like, oh girl.
Oh. Yeah, this was a few months ago, and I remember I took this, it came in overnight when I was at work actually, and I guess it was just like one of those same day pickups, and I was just like, oh, this is close to me. I'll do this after work. So by that time I'm on auto mode completely. So I'm just, following directions at that point, not really putting thought into it. Picked up delivery, that was fine. And then, I'm just following, I just click over on the app, follow the GPS directions pretty much. I'm driving, that's fine. And I realized like I'm lined up behind some trucks, trust in the process. I'm just like, let's just go with it. And then I ended up going into this lot. I'm just like, everyone's got to eat, right? So trust the process. And then but the GPS was still taking me to whatever building it was in there. Long story, I ended up in the back of a landfill. And it was like a pump house next to like a big tower. I was just like, all right, well, no meeting is happening here. Let's start reaching out to some people. And then dispatch called me. We're just like, why are you in the middle of a landfill right now? I'm like, yeah, I have no really good answer for that right now. So we're gonna work it out though. But I was late to the delivery, obviously, but they completely understood. Apparently, it's happened to them before, so it worked out. But I was like, why was I in the middle of a landfill? Why did I not see some red flags? But not always trusting the process.
Well, I love it. You trust the process, even though you came up with any hiccups or headaches, you still went forth and, was able to serve the customers. That's awesome. Since then, have you ran into any other issues that was outrageous about that?
No, nothing like that. It's been pretty straightforward. I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's like pretty straightforward, something you can do, something you can handle. So I really enjoy that. Nothing, major like that.
Awesome. Well, do you remember how you felt doing or completing your first delivery with Deliver That?
Oh yes, I I remember I signed up and I'm naturally I'm a homebody. So usually, I'm just like work, home. And so, this gig app and everything delivering food pretty much was completely new to me. I don't know what got into me. I was just like, let's just do this one day. And so I remember the first order came through and I started panicking. I went offline. I was just like, nope, we're not doing this. Get somebody else. And then I was like, one day I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. Nothing to it but to just do it. So, I took an order. I don't even remember where it was, but I remember it just went smoothly. And then after that, it's just all uphill from there.
Been a cake. Okay. You sound a little bit like me. I'm a homebody too. I like to just go to work and go home. And my kids like, Mom, I know you work, but you got to get out the house and do something. I'm like, on my own time. I'll be all right.
Too peoply outside now.
When I'm in, I'm in. But when I'm out, I'm out. That's just how I feel. So since the inception here of DeliverThat, the company has been by drivers for drivers. We do look at all problems through the eyes of everyone that's involved to find a better solution here. When you hear the meaning of the company by drivers for drivers, what does that mean to you?
Immediately, I think that obviously this company has been through what I'm going through right now. They've, trusted the process as well, probably had the same hiccups, maybe not the same, but, similar hiccups. And, they understand how to resolve any issues that may come across. They can navigate, and routing, especially, they can see that, what would work, what doesn't work, sometimes things that I probably won't, anticipate. So that's what I appreciate.
Awesome. And would you say that DeliverThat doesn't necessarily treat their drivers as numbers, but more as human beings that they are?
They do. So, whenever I do have to reach out, they always greet me, hey Latisha, whatever I need to take care of. And I don't feel like just a number pretty much.
Well, that's incredible to hear. Thank you so much for sharing that. So my next question to you: worst or best restaurant in your actual area? Why?
Capriotti sticks out. It's a sandwich shop here. They're very popular, and I know that every time I go there, the food is just waiting there for me, all packaged. It's just like he knows who I am. He's just like, there you go. I'm in, I'm out, and I never have to wait around. Um, but I mean, honestly, I haven't had any really bad experiences with any restaurants. Everyone's pretty friendly. They know you're here ultimately to make the customer happy. So, we all work together to get that done.
Incredible. And no, it's always just a pleasure. And I say you work midnight, so getting off, the last thing you want to do is have a headache trying to wait or to pick up a delivery. So that's pretty amazing that everything runs smooth with your deliveries there.
Yeah, especially if I'm in between shifts as well. Sometimes, I don't want to be out, and I try to get back by at least noon so I can take a nap before the next shift. But, I do appreciate the restaurants that I'm not waiting around for.
So I just want to transition a little bit here. I know we got to know about Latisha, the actual gig worker, but I want to transition to know you outside of being a gig worker. So what is the best thing you got going on, excuse me, in your life at this moment?
Wow. Okay. I mean, oh my God, that's sad. But I mean, being a homebody, I leave from work, I come home. I just bought a home actually, so I bought that in April. So still trying to furnish it. So, that's pretty much the one of the bigger things that I have going on now in between, work and then trying to manage, trying business niches and whatnot. So, furnishing a home, have a husband as well. So taking care of him, just hanging out, watching movies whenever we can. So that's pretty much my biggest things right now.
Don't sound so sad saying that. There ain't nothing wrong with nothing you just said. You was like, I'm a homebody. That
Nothing
is
exciting
fine.
like bungee, like nothing crazy like that. Yep,
But
homework,
that's
sleep,
amazing that you just
kids,
bought a home.
snack.
Congratulations. So, family is my next topic I want to discuss here. Thanksgiving is definitely coming up around the corner. What dish are you asked to bring to the family dinner table every Thanksgiving, I should say?
I like to think I can cook. um, Honestly, not much. I will be the one who I will order whatever you want me to order. I will pick it up. I will have it delivered to you and hot pipe it fresh. I'll heat it up if I need to, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna cook for Thanksgiving.
I tried to hold my laughing, but that is so funny. I guess I was in your similar situation. Let's see, before 2015, I was not a cook, didn't want to cook, didn't want to do anything with it, and turn around. years later I have a bacon business, and my family just laughs at me all the time because they was like, you couldn't even boil hot dogs. I'm like, I know.
And bacon is very, it's very particular. So, you can't really, there's not much room for, like razzle dazzle there. You kind of just have to go by the book there. Not my thing. I
Well, I get
wish,
to
but
get creative with my flavors, so it can be, but it's like a science. I learned that.
yes, yes, it definitely is a science.
Well, is there anything that you eat now that you were not feeling as a kid?
I am still a kid. No. It was funny. My husband calls me baby buds because I pretty much have the palate of a toddler. So I give me pasta, give me some chicken tenders. I'm good. I'm a child. I'm a 39-year-old child.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing that. So, the holidays. Can you share with me a tradition that you and your family enjoy during the holidays?
Um, we're not very traditional like that. If we do meet up, so right now, being that I'm in Maryland, I'm actually the only one in Maryland. I have five sisters. There's one in New York, one in New Jersey, two in Georgia right now, and then I have a brother in Texas. So I'm sorry. So it's just we're all spread out. So even as a kid, we are such a wide range of ages that I'm the youngest girl, being 39 right now. Imagine that, and my oldest is probably almost 60. So yeah, we did spend a lot of time together. They had their own things going on when I was a kid.
Kind of sound like me and my youngest sibling. I think he's 6 and I'm 37, about to be 38. So there's a wide gap. Now I have other brothers and sisters in between, but that was like, wow, I got a 6-year-old brother.
Yeah, that's wow.
Stop it. So moving on to career, before you became or a gig worker, you mentioned that you do other things with that. Could you share with us what is your other career path that you're currently in?
So I'm on right now I do travel nursing. I am a ICU nurse. I've been a nurse for about 14 years now. So that's what I've been doing for a long time. After COVID, everyone kind of went into this, recovery mode, and I was like, I need something different for a little bit. That was a rough patch there. So yeah, that's when I decided that I'm gonna, venture out, try something different. Nurse burnout is a real thing. So yeah, right now working 7 to 7, in the ICU, but I do travel nursing. I'm originally from New Jersey. I moved here to Maryland to be with my fiance, and it just kind of worked out. I've been at the same hospital now because they just keep renewing me. So I just hang out at the same hospital. I can't really call it travel nursing anymore, but still do with the same, the same contract nursing though.
That's incredible. You mentioned nursing. I was actually an SCNA for over 10 and a half years. And I love the travel part of, I went around an agency because it was just like, I met so many incredible people. I got to see incredible places. Now, is Maryland like your first stop, or have you been in other areas traveling as a nurse?
Well, while I was in New Jersey, I did do a contract in New Jersey before I left New Jersey. And then it was just one contract. So that was about 3 months or so. And then I came to Maryland. I went to this hospital, and that was at the beginning of 2021. And yeah, I've just been at that same hospital until now.
Okay. What made you go into, when you first started nursing, were you just in ICU, or you did other things as a nurse, other ventures?
So I mean, I started my first job was like a insurance clerk in the emergency room. And so from there I was just like, I think I want to do nursing. It was just a complete spur of the moment thing with me. I don't know what happens with spur of the moment things with me. Apparently that's just my thing. And so I went into nursing one day, and we just kept with it. I was like, all right, we're passing. I guess I'm gonna be doing I guess I'm gonna be a nurse today. And I pretty good nurse, I will say that. But no, I didn't start in ICU. I started on a progressive care unit, ICU step down is what they call it. And I did that for about 9 years or so before I went into ICU. And then I went into an open heart unit, and cardiac was always my passion. So that's where I eventually ended up.
Oh, incredible. You said spirit of the moment person. I'm kind of that same way. Like, oh, let's just see if it works. And every time it just works itself out. And I just had a story. I don't even know why, but I seen a posting for a FBI agent. I've never seen it before. I know, Latisha, I know. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a good thing. I'm moving to Texas. Like, okay, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should try. I was like, because it'd be just my luck. I will get all the way in there and don't know. And I was just doing it just to see.
Yeah, no, I think it has to be something that's like spur of the moment because I will then overthink it and talk myself out of it. So I just have to be like, all right, let's just do it and get it done.
Incredible. Well, as a nurse, was this something that you wanted to be when you grew up as a child?
Um, no. Like I said, I was just at work one day and a coworker of mine, he was just like, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I was like, "Nothing. Why?" He's like, "You want to go sign up for nursing school with me?" I was like, "I mean, I guess. Why?" And so, it was like what an instant decision kind of day that this university was holding. So I brought like high school transcripts and, some post high school stuff that I did, got accepted, and we just went with it. I was like, all right, well, trust the process.
Oh, well, you beat me to the spirit of the moment. Wow.
It was a Friday night, and he was like, "What are you doing? Come do nursing with me." I was like, "Cool." And now he's a CRNA in Texas, and doing really well. And here I am in Open Heart.
I was going to ask, did he finish through and follow up? That's awesome.
We all stuck together. We're friends to this day. He actually just got married last week, so yeah,
Oh,
it's been great.
congrats. All right, look at y'all. Build new houses, build new relationships. You got a lot going on right at the moment.
It's enough. It's actually two different businesses. So I do the courier business, and then with my siblings, we have a real estate business, and we just got a house and we just finished renovating it. So now it's time to get it on the market and see what goes there. So
Ooh, I like that. Family business. Cool. So some likes here. I did read about you like to binge watch. What is the TV series that you've been watching right now?
right now, so we love like horror, survivor, apocalypse kind of movies and stuff. So we just randomly found a series called The Rain on Netflix, and it's just a group of people who will die from the rain. So they've been avoiding that. It's like a virus that took out the whole world, and now they're trying to find a cure. So we're trusting. We it's like a dubbed series, and we're just going with it. We like it, so it's been good.
You said The Rain or The Ring?
The Rain.
The Rain. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that out. The Rain. So horror stories is your thing here, and today is Halloween. What is the best or worst costume you ever had to wear or wore?
I've never done the costume thing. I no,
Eh.
I've never done it. Growing up, we just never celebrated holidays or anything like that, so it's just never been a thing to me. But oddly enough, I love Halloween because I actually took the whole week off this week because I was like, I'm gonna chill at home. It's the fall, and I love it, so we're gonna take the week off.
Okay. So when it does come to values here, who is the most influential person in your life?
Oof, I was not prepared for that question. Okay. Um, wow, I don't even have an answer for that. I think I'm just such a person who goes with, I try to research as much information as I can about everything. You would think I would have someone, but I don't. I really don't. I kind of just, I take a little bit from everyone, pretty much.
And make it your own. Nothing wrong with that. Have you ever abandoned a creative idea that you believed in because other people thought it was foolish?
Hmm. Um, no, not really. I am the type of person who I would normally, if I decide to do something, I kind of keep it to myself, get it done, and then just be like, oh, I've been doing this for a little while. By the way, I never told you about it, but here it is now.
I need to tap into that spirit. So, just some fun questions here. If you could travel in the past and change one event, what would it be and why?
Okay, oddly enough, it probably would have been going to nursing school. I know, I know. Nursing is not what it used to be at rather. But I honestly I keep saying this every day. I was like, I should have been like a pharmacist, something else. I mean, not that I'm great at math, but I would have worked it out. I would have trusted the process. I would have worked it out. But yeah, I think I would have taken possibly a different career path, probably think about it a little bit more than I did. But I mean, it's been working out. It's afforded me great things now. So, I can't really complain too much, but burnout is real. That's all I can say.
And I believe you in any form of work that you do. If you don't balance yourself, it definitely can get to a burnout part where you don't just want to even think about that passion you had before, and kind of have to put a chill, just relax about it. If money wasn't an issue, what would you be doing with your time?
Oof. Um, Being at home, decorating, learning to cook. I actually think I would, I can cook. I love pasta. That's probably my niche. I could probably cook a mean pasta dish. But other than that, I think that's what I would be doing right now. I would just and buy houses, help people. I that's money, unfortunately, is just at the forefront of everything right now. So um, I always envision myself winning the lottery. So at this point, I think the only thing I really think about doing is just changing careers and getting into something that does not burn me out as much. Yeah.
Cool. I appreciate you sharing your feedback. I shouldn't say feedback. I appreciate you sharing your side of who you are, Latisha here. Just one fun fact about the Maryland city. I found that it's called Charm City. It's known to be Charm City. You know why? Share with us. I want you to share with us.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, you look like, yes, girl,
You
that
know
is
what?
it.
I am actually a little north of Baltimore.
Okay.
So where I'm at. I'm in Bel Air right now, but usually I do venture into Baltimore here and there. The hospital that I work at is in Baltimore. Um, Other than that, like I said, I don't really know much about it. I This another thing why I like DeliverThat. It helps me explore the city, explore my surroundings. I've learned a lot about what's around me and streets and routes and whatnot. So other than that, I came here and I've just been work home, and I didn't really explore a lot other than that.
Well, as you were driving, I'm pretty sure you seen the many things that reasons why they call it Charm City. I guess it was more so of the historical reasons of the Baltimore and also the actual rivers and water of Baltimore. I was like, that's okay, Charm City, I guess.
No, there are some very beautiful areas there. So, I haven't seen all of them. I haven't seen all of Baltimore, but I mean, it's definitely has its own distinct personality.
Well, those are all my questions I have for you, but we always have a bonus question, and always come from Ben or Nate the Great. We got Ben back here today. So, Ben, what is your bonus question here for Latisha? He got a good one. He over here scrolling.
So I'm turning my mic on.
Yes.
So we'll actually be able to hear me ask the question now. This is a good question, I think, though. She mentioned her brothers and sisters are kind of spread out across the U.S. at this point in time. If she could pick one destination where they could all, I guess, live around each other for the rest of their lives, or with family and all that good stuff, where would she pick?
Oof, that is a tough one. Let's see. I would probably pick, it would have to be somewhere that, some temperate area that would make all of us happy because we're originally from the islands. And so, most of them likes it hot. I like it cold. So, um, I really don't know. I honestly don't have a good answer for that question. That's a good one. That stumped me. Because
No problem
we
being
have all
stumped.
such varying personalities and likes and dislikes. So I honestly, it would be very hard to make all of us happy.
You got another question? Or are
I'm
you
trying
cool
to think.
with
I'm
that?
trying to think of one she could give a nice answer for. What
You think about the question. I want to know. You mentioned you were from the islands. What part are you guys originally from?
The U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix.
Oh, awesome. How long have you been in the States?
I moved here when I was 18. So, well, that's math again. That's another like 20 years.
I got you, girl. We got it.
Don't you let me to do math on YouTube?
Math stumped me, and that's why I didn't go to nursing school, which was so crazy. It was something that defeated me.
Right.
Looking
Okay.
back now, I'm like, I could have made it. I could have got past.
Nursing math is a little different, but I mean, it's doable. It's doable, but don't throw any extras at me.
You stumped too when asking
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
question?
I don't got one. I'm trying to think of another one. I have one that I don't think is that good, and it's also dependent on if she's ever even like tried it. But I wanted to know if lobster rolls in Baltimore, are they all they're cooked up to be? Are they worth the trip and the experience?
You know what? Probably not. I've had a really good one in Maine, and that was my thing for a little bit. I was obsessed, and so after I had it there, it was me and my husband. We had just a random trip up there one day, and I was just like, oh, lobster roll, lobster roll. We just have to have this. And then so I thought I would bring that here to Maryland. I had one. I don't remember where it was from, but it wasn't as good. It was not as good. Oh God, I'm gonna get so much for that, but. Yeah, so I mean, I have not been on the hunt for a really good lobster roll since then.
I can't stand it. I go somewhere else and try something, and then we get it back in our hometown, and I try it here, and I'm so disappointed.
Complete different taste profile. It's like the New Jersey. What I miss most about there, it's that's a very breakfast sandwich place. So getting a bagel with bacon, egg, and cheese. That was my thing in the morning, especially after work. I cannot find that here in Maryland, and it's been killing me. It's not the same here. It's just the bagels are different. Where I was in New Jersey, it was closer to New York. So yeah, that was a whole different taste profile, and it's just I have not been able to replicate that here. Same with Spanish rice. I don't know what it is. I cannot find a good Spanish spot here.
That means Latisha got to get in the kitchen and whip it up.
I mean, I've tried. It tastes fine to me. But what's for me is not for everyone else.
So, do you have any other closing remarks here, Latisha, that we never discussed or something you want us to discuss?
I really don't. I mean, I really do enjoy the platform. I think you guys know recently implemented some changes, to cater the orders so that you get more orders that are closer to your area, which I have appreciated because before that I was driving a little further away, which I don't mind because I really do enjoy driving. But I do appreciate, especially after work, you come home and you don't want to drive an hour back to get home or whatnot. So I do appreciate that you guys once again listen to, the drivers and try to cater to that and, made the changes accordingly, and you're still willing to work on it.
We're a work in progress, and it's always going to be that way. As long as you guys give us feedback, we'll do whatever we can to, support you as a driver and make it make sense on both parties.
Right.
Well, that's all I do have for you now. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out to join us today and letting us get to know you. And I will see you on the road soon.
All righty. No problem.
Thanks for tuning in, Driver Nation. See you next time.